Wall Street and the White House had their eyes on Wyoming Friday. Speaking at the Federal Reserve's annual symposium in Jackson Hole, Chairman Jerome Powell signaled the central bank may lower interest rates. His remarks kicked off a market surge. The three major stock indexes all gained more than 1.5%, with the Dow closing at a record high. But Powell also hinted that there are risks ahead for the U.S. economy. Willie James Inman is at the White House with more. Willie James, good morning.
Michelle, good morning to you. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell gave the clearest indication yet that the benchmark interest rate may be cut next month, but he warns there's still a lot of uncertainty for the U.S. economy.
Jerome Powell's comments at a gathering of economists in Wyoming could be welcome news for consumers looking to borrow money.
The shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance.
The Federal Reserve has not cut rates since December of last year. Members of the central bank will meet next month. Powell's comments also came with a dose of skepticism about the U.S. economy, following a weak July jobs report and continued concern over President Trump's tariff policy.
There is significant uncertainty about where all of these policies will eventually settle and what their lasting effects on the economy will be.
President Trump has repeatedly criticized Powell and called on the central bank to lower interest rates, something Powell says the Fed will decide independently.
Well, we call him too late for a reason. He should have cut him a year ago.
Meanwhile, this weekend, America's second largest trading partner, Canada, says it's backing off of retaliatory tariffs on dozens of products covered under a trade agreement between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods.
But Canadian tariffs on some U.S. goods like steel, cars, and aluminum remain. Earlier this year, the Trump administration put import taxes on some Canadian goods, claiming Canada has not done enough to stem the flow of illicit fentanyl across the northern border. Canada retaliated with a 25% tariff on some U.S. goods.
He's removing his retaliatory tariffs, which I thought was nice, and we're going to have another call soon.
This month, Trump hiked tariffs on Canada to 35% for some imports. Some business leaders hope this easing of trade tensions between Ottawa and Washington could open the door to more negotiations.
And the commitment to talk again soon is music to the ears of the business community, because we know good things happen when the leaders are talking.
In other economic news, the U.S. is now a partial owner of U.S. chipmaker Intel with a 10% stake. The company confirmed the U.S. government would make an $8.9 billion investment in Intel common stock using previously allocated grants and funding as the company ramps up chip production in the U.S. Michelle?
Willie James, thank you.